Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2017 with the Rude Man. We are back on what I call Sudafed. I'm told it's pronounced Suedhemmern. So, let's do some farming. Looks like I got some straw to pick up. And let's see, what have I done? Okay, I've made some changes to the map. I don't know if you recall or if you've played this map, but if you have, you'll know that the silos don't hold very much. A couple of loads and they're full. Like right now, my straw's full at 500,000. Well, what I've done is I have upped all the silos to about 5 million. So they hold plenty now. So I went in Giant Editor and I changed all the silos. They hold quite a bit now. That means I probably don't need this hayloft. So I'm going to be transferring things over to the hayloft. And what I plan on doing is leaving a space right where this is for the hayloft and move this over here and one over here. So that if I ever do need the hayloft, I've got a place for it and I'll have two silos here. So I'm going to do that. So it's going to take a little bit of a process to do that. In the meantime, we've got farming to do. So what else? Oh, Enterprise. I've also modded Enterprise, and this is what I've done to Enterprise. Anybody that's used this particular version of Enterprise will know that it was really kind of loosey-goosey. This was brought over from Farming Simulator 15, and Farming Simulator 15 didn't have the physics that 17 has. So I've added physics to it. Now we'll take a look at it here. And let me stop. Let me turn this thing on, and you'll notice now that it drives a lot better. It's not as wiggly wobbly as it was. And I kind of beefed it up a little bit, is what I've done. Okay, let's get some of these combines going here. Field, what is this, 31? Yeah, let's get this thing ready. And we got to pick up some straw. Alright, let's open this puppy up. And let's hire us a worker. Let's see who we have. We don't have anybody. Why not? Stefan S. And let's see. I've got so much stuff to do. Alright, this guy, we'll move him down to that other field. I've got straw to pick up. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, though. I want to take this in and dump it. And then I want to see how much is in that hayloft that we need to transfer. Okay, now let me look here. What do we have in straw? Okay, straw. Okay, we've already got 1.5 million. So I've got over 1 million in that hayloft I need to transfer over. Whoa. Maybe I'll do that offline. Yep. I think I'll do that offline. So I told you what I'm going to do. I'm going to empty out whatever's in that hayloft, and then I'm going to move the silos. I'm going to add a second silo. I'll move the one that's there, and I'll add a second one, and then I don't want to put this in there. Let's move this around. And I want to get some compost going. Do I have any fuel in there? No, I don't. Do I have a fuel tank? Let me see what I have in the garage. And I do not have a fuel tank. Okay, don't have a fuel tank. I need to buy one. So, because we're going to need one anyway if we start making our own fuel. So, let's do the universal tanker. This is the new one. This is brand new mod. It's the same mod as it always was, but if you start looking at some of the tanks, you'll see that it went from 30,000 to 70,000 liters. They've really upped it. Price has changed a little bit too, I think, but we need this one right here. So let's grab that. Standard wheels are fine with me. Let's buy that. And then have that delivered. I want to get this compost maker going because that's where I'm making my money on my other farm. So there it was. Reset that. Okay, grab me a tractor that's loose. One that has a little bit of poop to it. Oh man, don't tell me I don't have one. Alright, I'm going to buy a tractor. I'm going to buy this one here. Why? Because it's cheap. But not here, I'm not. Here it is. Grab one of those. Thank you very much. Boom shakalaka. Let's put an engine in it. I don't like the twin wheels, so I'll just do the wheel weights. Alright, and again, let's have that thing delivered. Which one is it? That's it. Reset. There. Alright. Alright, now let's get some fuel. In the meantime, let's get our tractor back out to the field. And then I got to start picking up some straw. Man, it's just tons and tons of work. This farm has got so much on it. It's just unbelievable. I mean, you've got schnapps, you've got onions and carrots, and to make schnapps takes about 4 different items. You can make your own fuel, which you're going to need if you want to do the sand. And you can make some money on sand. So this is different than version 2. In version 2, you could just jump over and do the sand. In this one, you have to make the sand. How do you make the sand? Well, there's a machine down there. Let's go take a look. There's a machine down here. If I can find it here. Way down south in Dixie. All right, over that way. Okay, so this machine over yonder. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Okay, this machine here, this is where you got the sand. Well, before you just got the sand and you sold it. In this version of the game, you have to start the equipment up, and that takes fuel. That's what that Treibstoff means. I didn't pronounce that right, I know, but there you go. Okay, so you have to have fuel. There's your fuel. You can't buy fuel. You have to make this. So you have to make this fuel. When you do, it starts this equipment up and it makes the sand, and then you can get the sand and you can go sell it. and it's sold at the Hafen, right up there in the west, middle west of the map. That's where you sell it. There's something else down here that's cool, and that's this thing. It's just super cool. Over here, right here, look at this. Look at this. You can bring your wood chips and you can bring your hay over here. And, oh, it looks like Stefan has a full grain tank. And dump it here, and it burns it and makes energy. Now, for some reason, the guy that made this map put a tree right here. So every time you came to back up, you'd back up into that tree. So you'd have to back around the tree this way or the other way. So I went in with Giant Editor and took that tree out. Let me grab this nugget here. I have 4 of 100. So that's kind of cool. So you can bring your loose straw over here or your wood chips and make a little bit of money. Now we'll go up to the Hafen. And that's where you sell your sand. Whoops, I'm in the water. Get out of the water. Here's the Hafen. Is this? No, this is the sand. Never mind. What's this now? I'm lost. Oh, I need to go north to Alaska. Oh, there it is. This construction place. It's where the barges generate. Right here. Okay, and I can't jump that fence. So let's go around here. Okay, this is where you sell your sand. Right here. And then also, if you make your own fuel, you can sell it back here. So you can sell your fuel here. Cool beans. Now, how do you make fuel? Well, glad you asked. You need canola. You need all the proteins. Boy, there's hops here. Cool. You need the proteins. You need soybeans, canola, and sunflower seeds, and that'll make gas. There's a gas refinery way up in the center of the map, north, way north, where it says refinery. That's where you go to make your fuel. And once you make your fuel, you can use it on the. You can bring it here and put it in this tank and use it for fuel, or you can take it over and make sand, which is what I'm gonna do. So anyway, let's go get our trailer and pick up the wheat that our driver has here, our hired worker. Alright, so man, I got a lot of straw to pick up, so let me grab him. Fuel. What do we need the fuel for? What did we... Oh, we needed the fuel for the compost. The composter, because that's how I'm going to make all my money while I'm stocking up on my... Boy, look, 70,000 in fuel. It put me in the hole. That's why you want to end up making your own fuel eventually. At least the water's free out of that hydrant right there. Thank goodness for small favors. Okay, we'll fill this up, and then we need to get... we could use this guy, I guess. Let's pick up some straw. I don't know know why I've got a little bit of lag today. I didn't have any lag yesterday. I wonder if something else is running in the background. I wouldn't be surprised. All right, so let's just pick up a little bit of straw, and we're going to take this and put it right in the composter. Which reminds me, now that I'm in the hole, golly, I've got to... missed that one. I need to buy a conveyor belt to get the compost up. I've wasted trip going back to get that one little bit I missed. That's just terrible. I'll tell you what though, I'm having a ton of fun on this map. Just a ton of fun. There's so much stuff to do. Just so much stuff. And it all makes it, it does it right. Just like in the first version where you just went and got the sand and sold it. Make work. It was make work. You just go pick it up and you go sell it. Now, you have to produce your own fuel and take fuel to the sand machine, the quarry, and it makes the sand. It just makes more sense. And it's kind of like, you know, the milk. You take the milk, you have it homogenized, and you take the homogenized milk and you sell it to the store. You know, it's just one thing leads to another. You know, you want to make beer, you want to sell beer. You got to grow the hops, and you got to grow the grain, and you got to take it to the brewery and make it. It just all kind of makes sense. Not quite enough room in here to mess with. It's just not quite there. There we go. Straighten out a little bit here. Just a little bit more. Alright, there we go. Let's dump this. Get some of this stuff going here. It would have been easier if I'd have came in the other way, I think. I get a little more room that way. Okay, well, it doesn't take very much, does it? Bummer. I might have to look at that, see if I can increase that. All right, so let's see. You know what, though? I think I already had some in there, and it didn't work because I didn't have any fuel. Let me look. Does it really only take... Nope, it only takes 50,000. I may have to look at that and see if I can beef it up. Go, man. Start. What? Fuel and waste. It should start any minute. Any minute. Oh, I fell off. Help, I've fallen and I can't get up. Let me see what I'm doing in here. Alright, I've got some Schweinfutter and Kraftfutter going, but I need to fill these things up to keep it running. Looks like I'm out of corn. Yeah, I'm out of corn. Well, am I really though? Am I really? Yes, I really am. Okay, I'm really out of corn. I need to buy another one of these too, but I'm just broke. Okay, Stefan has completed his task. So we need to grab our trailer. And then I need to figure out, I did buy 2 fields and I can't remember if I just don't recall. I'll have to go look. I tell you what, I'll take the scenic route and we'll check on those other 2 fields. They were across the canal. There's another barge. I love those barges. I never cared for the trains that much. I know there's a mod that you can run the trains all the time, but they're kind of irritating. They make noise and they're always crossing over where you're driving. The bridges go over the barge. They never get in your way. Alright, so how are my hops doing? Do I need to Nope, they're ready to be harvested, I think. Let's check. Now, there is a change in the hops as well on version 3. In version 2, you did hops with a corn header. That is now, no, it's not quite there yet. It's in the green growing stage, so it needs to be in yellow. Not quite ready, not quite ready. Now you use a regular combine with a grain header to do the hops. So that's changed. There's some subtle changes throughout the game from version 2 to version 3. I think all in all, the additions have overshadowed what changes there were. Simple changes. When you make beer now, in the previous version, the beer would stock up, the pallets would stock up on the dock, and then when you took your truck down there to pick it up, the beer would leave the dock and go into your trailer. Doesn't do that anymore. That doesn't show up on the dock. You just pull your trailer in and it loads the trailer. Now, it seemed like I just bought a couple of fields down here, didn't I? Yeah, I think I bought this field. Well, that's weird. I thought I bought 2 fields. Let me check. 14 and 16. I didn't buy 15. That's weird. I thought I did. Huh. Well, oh well. There you go. I got a cornfield. I remember somebody said, why don't you just buy that cornfield because you need corn. Good idea. Okay, let's dump this grain. And then I need to start working fields. Oh man, I got so much work to do. Just terrible, terrible amount. This map is really set up well too. Your farm's right in the middle of, you know, kind of everything. The town's real close there. And the villagers aren't wandering around. They're right there at the town. Okay, so let's see. While I'm waiting, where's all my big tractors? Okay, what's this guy doing? Boy. Alright, let's get this guy. And what do we need to plant? We need to plant. Okay, I tell you what. We need pig. We've got a little bit of pig food. We've got a little bit of MRA. And we don't have any animals, so that's fine. So I do have some available, though. What I do need is I need to make beer and schnapps and bread and gasoline. So we know we need gasoline. So let's make gasoline. We've got a little bit of canola, a little bit of soybeans, and no sunflowers. So we need sunflowers. So let's see. Let me get this thing back in here. So let's start replanting the fields that we know don't have straw to pick up on them. Man, if you think I'm busy on some of these other farms, I've been playing this on my own for the last couple of days, all weekend, as a matter of fact. And it's just amazing how much work there is. Okay, so let's see. Let's do sunflower seeds here, because we don't have any of that. And then when I get those other fields kind of emptied, I'll start doing canola and soybeans. So we'll start off with all right, let me hire somebody here. Who do we have? We have Stefan again. Okay, this guy's empty. And as I said, since they changed the what you need, I can now use the grain header on the hops. But the hops weren't quite ready, were they? How close are they, I wonder? Growth pattern, crops. Not quite, but I might be able to. What time is it? It's only 9 in the morning. Do I want to rush them on just to do the hops? It could be only an hour away. Really? So I want to get this thing ready to go when the hops are ready. They look ready now, but any day, change any day. You can do it. Come on. Well, I suppose I could do it this way. I just didn't want to. How do you know when they're ripe? What do they get? Oh man, I'm going into nighttime. I didn't mean to do that. Waste my whole day. Oh, they're ready. They didn't change that I could see. Oh, man. Alright, well, you can take a wider swath now since you don't need the corn header. I'm going to do a headland around this field, and then I'll hire somebody to finish it up. I wasted my whole day. I should have looked. I thought it would turn brown or golden or something. I thought it would change, and it actually didn't. It actually looked like it was ripe already. Now, the hops don't need the poles and the wires. That's how they look in real life. We grew a lot of hops in the Yakima Valley when I was a kid. That's what they look like, but they don't need it in the game. If you notice that other field that I just drove by, it did not have these poles and and lines. And if you look at the map itself, there's more hops around. None of them have the poles and lines on them. So just one field. So you can actually plant hops on any field. If you want to grow hops, you could have nothing but hops. That's a lot of beer, but you gotta have barley to go with it too. Hops and barley and water. And it takes a lot to make bread too. I think you need rye. I can't remember what I don't know what you need oats for. But the bread takes 3 or 4 different things too: water and rye and the grains. I don't think it takes barley. I'll have to check. I haven't actually made any bread yet. But I did find a warehouse to store everything. There's a warehouse up by the brewery that will store the bread, the beer, schnapps, and what else? Bread, beer, schnapps. What else can you make? I can't remember. No, there was something else. Milk. There's a warehouse you can store your milk once you homogenized it. So if you become a big deal farmer, you can start stockpiling it for great demands. All right, I've hired somebody here. Who did we get? We got Lynn. Lynn's up here working now. So let's see. Let's get this guy. See if he'll take some more straw. All right, took another 50,000. Cool beans. See, that didn't take long to do 50,000. Yeah, I got this guy to do the hops. And yeah, that's the problem. The fields are still kind of messed up. I should have done a headland on this one too, but I'll catch that when it's done. In the meantime, let's see. Let's grab the rest of that. Oh, I can't because I've got this guy. Oh, all right. Let's go get rid of this, and I want to go finish getting that grass. But I tell you what, I think I've went over my time, so why don't I just end it here? I know that this particular episode was kind of crazy. I kind of rambled a little bit, and I've ran around. There's just so much to do. It's overwhelming, but it's still a lot of fun. So, technically, I could just do one thing. Okay, I'm going to harvest. But I just can't do that when I can hire somebody to harvest so that I can go pick up grass or do something else. And so I end up just going nuts trying to keep up with everything I want to do on the farm. It's just really, really hectic. But suffice it to say, I'm having all kinds of fun on this map. It's just really fun to play for me. So, wow, that stuff is growing. Oh, I sped up time. I shouldn't have done that. But hey, wouldn't be the first time I made a mistake, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and call it an episode here. I hope you had as much fun as I did, and I will see you on the farm in the next episode. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe if you haven't. And until then, happy farming.